and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video with your host Kenkukun. And we have Janemba's EZA. We also have him in slot 7. So now I know there's thumbnail says 220%. There's no true 220%, but Glorio is one of the first 220% leader skills out there. 250% if it's demonic power. Why? Because he gives 50% support for 3 turns in slot 3, right? So we're gonna replicate what kind of stats we're looking at here. Now, Janemba's a dodge character, right? I expect his stats to probably be a little bit lower. He also has guard, but I mean, hey, we got STR Cell out here. He can on this team with the right setup. He's looking at 2 million defense at 55%. So, you know, EZA, Goku, and Gohan did 2 million defense on any team pretty much. So we'll see what's up. Let me go ahead and cut until we get to Janemba or Janemba, and we will be back and we'll talk about, you know, him, the team, and all that. Alrighty, we are back. We have Janemba pulled up. We have part of a 220% leader skill. Now, on this turn, it's his start of turn defense is not reflective of a 220% leader skill. Why? Because this Glorio, the turn has to start, right? We put him in slot 3, then his 50% support kicks in, right? So his turn has to start. He's sitting at 304,000 start of turn defense. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. Now, that's way better than 194, right? Which I've seen him on this team. I've seen him, you know, his startup takes so long. It's 194,000 because I want to float the Janembas around, get them ready. I want to float the Glorios to slot 3, get them ready, you know, and then Goku could be Super Saiyan 4 or not, depending on how much damage we take. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at his kit real quick. So he raises attack and then raises defense for 1 turn. Nice. He is stacking attack. One of the things uncontrollable power needed, Broly's team needed, was big-time damage healers, like monstrous damage healers. You would think that Super Easy, Super Easy 8 Int Janemba and Cell would be good enough on. It wasn't for some of them fights. They actually, Cell didn't even mesh as good on those scenes because he was missing so many links. And same with Buhan, unless you put them together. So in some of them fights, it was very, you know, it was very scary to get them together and, you know, move around the Brolys. Take a look at the rest of the passive. So his basic passive is 180% to stats. 1 second. Man, I got like the stuffiest nose right now. It's annoying me. My glasses on. Alright. Guards all attacks, 50% damage reduction. Extreme class allies 2 key and 30% to stats. That's pretty good. Nice little support there, right? 50% damage reduction. Guard, that's solid. That's powerful. But I mean, start of turn defense being anywhere lower than 600k, you know, makes slot 1 feel like, you know, an impossible mountain to reach for him. But this is just base. Let's keep going. 3 or more type key spheres obtained. He gives 30% to stats to corroded body and mind or uncontrollable power. Very good. Broly's team being buffed, uncontrollable corroded body and mind being buffed, which is probably what Goma is going to be on, right? If we see Golden Week Goma and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Launch an additional attack with a 70% chance of being in super attack. Very nice. 1 or more rainbow key spheres obtained as well. Defense 50%. Damage reduction 30% up, so up to 80%, pretty good. For every attack received, attack 20% up to 100%, so you get hit 5 times, you add 100% attack. And then damage reduction rate 5% down, no more than 50, so 10 attacks. Alright, and then he does have to get hit 5 times to transform. So, not bad. This is his first turn. There are 4 attacks. There are 3 key spheres with a rainbow key sphere, so he's gonna need to see his passive. You want 4 type key spheres and then 1 rainbow. So we have 3 type key spheres and a rainbow, and we got that right here. We have 4 int orbs and 2 rainbow key spheres, so his full passive is there. 457,000 defense. That's pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and lock in Janemba. Now Janemba is not going to give his 2-turn support because he wants to be in slot 1 or slot 3 when he grabs orbs, and now the turn has started. Glorio's 50% support has kicked in. We're looking at 220%. We should see a true 220%. Nope, never mind. We won't see that until we transform him, because next time we see this rotation, the other Glorio is going to be here. So it'll be a little bit before we see the true 220%, right? It's going to be turn 4. Unless someone takes some damage here, which I don't see that happening. Super Saiyan 4 Goku's support could be up, and that would kind of bridge the gap. 44%, we'd be missing 6%, so we'd see close to what he's going to get. Glorio's team is one of the best teams to run like a high... Oh, we're going to take this damage here. Right. Oh, yeah, perfect. Glorio's team is one of... He's one of the best leaders to rock a team of extreme units on one rotation and then super units on another. He's like the best guy to do it, right? Now, you can run a full super team, you can run a full extreme team, but his team is the one to do. Now, a lot of villains, right, depending on who, like outside of Namek Saga, a lot of villains are not going to have a 200% leader skill because his 30% extra leader skill is for Dragon Ball Seekers, right? So outside of Namek Saga, you're not going to see that too much on villains or Dragon Ball Saga like Pilaf and stuff. However, Demonic Power, we're talking a different, that's a 250%, all right? You're looking at a lot right there. You know, the Gohans, right? Piccolos, all that good stuff. All right. Let's go ahead and get King Kong out here. We'll see if we can, we'll see if we can get, Great Ape Goku a super attack this turn or not. To see if we can, you know, gauge what kind of... Oh, yeah, this guy said. Gauge what kind of defense, start of turn defense Janemba is going to be looking like in base on a 220% leader skill. So you could run this tech Janemba next to LR physical Janemba. Now, LR physical Janemba, I do not know. Let me pull up Janemba, corroded body and mind. LR, I don't think he supports. Yeah. LR physical Janemba does not support. So, although I could run LR Janemba, and he's effective in slot 2, where in Janemba's, he's not as effective, right? Because he misses out on that dodge chance, and his defense doesn't go as high as you would like. You really want in Janemba, super easy in Janemba to dodge, right? So, oh, okay. Sure. I'll put him in slot 1, why not? What could possibly go wrong? All right, perfect. Okay, so I could run him next to LR Janemba, and we could prioritize Tech Janemba in slot 1, which is fine, but I want to run him in a realistic setting. LR Janemba, he's runnable. In some stages, he can take massive amounts of damage, right, before super attacking. And I'm thinking back to, like, the start of the 10th anniversary, where Tournament of Power was the pinnacle red zone, right? It was the toughest stuff out there. All right, let's see. 439,000 start of turn defense. Pretty good. Now let's see what he looks like when he grabs his key spheres. Here we go. 3 type and 1 rainbow. Looking good. 658,000 start of turn. Now, he's been hit 4 times. So, and I have no dodge on him. Like, if we take a look, you know, he had 11 dodge, and I was running him, trying to get a feel for him to see where I wanted to use him, what team I wanted to run him on and showcase him on, right? And I was just like, man, 11 dodge. He was dodging an attack, a fight, bro, and it was insane. I couldn't handle it. 11 dodge was too much for this guy. It was like 50 dodge on this man. He dodged multiple times. It was insane. So I took all of his dodge away, and I just went additional. And then I did go critical on some of it because on the equips, because I come to find out it's not guaranteed crits for the turn. It's just for the next singular attack, right? Even though he has additionals built in. I didn't change his hidden potential. I didn't have any copies to change it, which is fine because all of his dodge was on his silver and gold equip anyway. All right, 658,000. That's pretty good. Again, you won't see the support from this guy. He has type advantage. I think we can get away with him in slot 2. Now he is at 20% minus damage reduction of 20%. Boom. Now he's at minus 25% damage reduction. He's taken his 5th hit. We can transform him. Oh my god, this nose. 18 million attack stat. Pretty good, pretty good. All right. We're stacking, we're stacking. Let's see one more. No, no, no. All right. Now, maybe if I get copies of him later, 45,000. That's probably not a hard hitter, right? Let me pull up the event. See how hard that guy's hitting for. Probably not very hard. What do we find in Baba's Fighters? 2.1 million? Yeah, 2.1 million. Yeah, not too bad. All right. Yeah, the next guy deals less damage, but he can crit. Oh, gosh. All right. Glorio. Now, one of the things with this team that's going to suck is anyone not on demonic power or not on 200%, our HP pool is going to look low, right? A lot of teams, a lot of conventional teams with the, leader skills that are current right now, or just the leader skills that are current for 2025. A lot of the HP pools are going to be sitting above 700k HP or more, right? Especially if you have LRs on the team and they're rainbowed, all that good stuff. This team is going to be missing out on a lot of HP stats because, the less demonic power units we have that are not Dragon Ball Seekers, the worse. He's demonic power, so he counts. The Glorios themselves count, but they're both 55%. And this guy isn't even rainbowed either, so a lot of HP is going to be missing. Like, he has he has a big HP pool, which helps. And then 55%, he has 20, and then he has 22. So the HP pool is actually very, very low. It's extremely low right now. We're better off just grabbing the AGL orbs here. Boom, like this. And then this here. So our HP is very low. If the wrong unit takes a super attack on the next phase and it's critting, we're dead. So hopefully we can end this phase this turn, and we'll let the Janembas take care of next turn. Now, next turn, is there a Glorio? I don't think so. I think it's Buhan. So we'll see the true 220% leader skill plus Super Saiyan 4 Goku. We'll see what he's looking like. Triple super? No. Okay. We tried. Get off me, bug. Oh, ah. Woo. Oh, man. Like a crick in my neck. All right. All right, Glorio. Take it away, buddy. We're going to need 5 supers from you. All right. There we go. Much better. We're going to need 2 more now. Or a crit, maybe? Just 1 more? Oh, no, bro. Come on, man. All right. That's fine. We can kind of see what kind of defense this guy's going to be looking like. All right, so let's go ahead and let's do this. Let's put him in slot 2 just to kind of get a feel of what we're working with here. So he's at 500,000 start of turn defense, right? Let's grab these right here. Boom. 692. Okay. Let's grab this. Now his passive is kicked in. 768,000 start of turn. All right. That's pretty good. Now, remember, he has been hit numerous times. In fact, 1 more hit, and he just has 30% damage reduction in guard. But once he supers, he's going to be looking a little bit better, right? Now, and that's because of, his defensive stats right there. All right. We just want... yeah, we'll grab this. We just want to try and heal up as much as we can. 613,000 HP is extremely low right now. Extremely low. So, again, we're replicating a 220% leader skill, but we're not replicating the HP. That's the only thing we can't replicate. So keep that in mind. This HP pool is very, very low. We're missing lots of stats. Okay. Well, I mean, Glorio has a chance to dodge in slot 3, so. All right, let's go. Lock it in. Just go. Just go. Just go. Surely, Devilman will not be the enemy again. I don't know how many times I've tried to showcase in this fight other teams. And this guy has just been like, nope. What is his chance of super? 15. His attack could be anywhere, dude. All right. Could be anywhere. Now, we will go ahead and transform. Yeah, we'll transform him next turn. Triple super. This guy only has 80 million HP, too, so Glorio could finish him off type advantage. We could just be going right into the final phase, which will be Grandpa Gohan, 150 million HP, STR, 3 million super attack. So we be putting Janemba to the test, Tech Janemba to the test, and 100% attack up. 15% chance to super as well. Should have brought a scouter in. All right, we did not one-shot this, or one-turn this guy. Okay. That's fine. We will put Tech Janemba in slot 1. If he dies here, then Goku Gohan is better. I think they're better anyway as the EZA. In fact, I should probably re-record that video now that it's been so long and 2 new top, because I was doing top EZA URs tier list. I should just go ahead and change that. All right. So transform 442,000 start a turn. Bring that up to 500,000 once Glorio locks in. Once we start attacking. 200% to stats. He is changing any color key spheres to a different color. AGL to rainbow. Guards all attacks. High chance of evading attack. Pretty good. With 3 or more type key spheres, 100% to stats. Launch an additional super. 1 or more rainbow key spheres. Chance of evading 30%. So up to 80% chance to dodge. Pretty good. Now, this is where I'd be like, man, I want to go a full dodge build, but in base, like, if I want to transform him, I want to transform him, right? So, it's not bad because, you know, it's not like I would be in a rush to transform this guy, maybe, unless his attack is going to be really, really high, right? That's when I would be like, yeah, I really wanted him to, you know, transform early. Before receiving an attack within the turn, 30% damage reduction. After an attack, it is evade. Performs a critical hit temporarily upon the character's next attack. So this could carry over to the next turn, so slot 2, slot 3. Just keep that in mind. When attacking with 12 or more key, 250% to stats. So he's not getting defense upon being hit, other than damage reduction for the first hit he receives. Let's lock him into slot 1. Let's see what we can do. All right. All right. So we're getting the dodges. We're getting the dodges. Good. 43 million. With a guaranteed crit and a guaranteed additional. That's pretty big number. That's hefty. And then there's the non-crit, right? So right then and there, you know, you can see what I seen. It's not guaranteed crits permanently. All right. Grandpa Gohan. We should be fine. Like the rest of the fight, we shouldn't see a problem. Buhan back there. Looking a little scary. Yeah, he didn't get the extra rainbow key sphere, so if there's a super attack back there, we could very well be done. But we've seen what we really needed to see from Janemba, right? He can dodge. We would like for him to take a hit. A super attack here. So, I mean, if we take it before we super, I don't think we're going to survive. I would be shocked. But, you know, again, if he's dodging everything, that's exactly his role, is to just dodge as much as possible, right? And to take hits, you know, infrequently. Alrighty. Double digits for the... for Prince Vegeta. Very nice. Grandpa Gohan has a 15% chance to super, so the super could be anywhere in these turns. Wait, he has 150 million HP. Why is his HP just plummeting away, dude? What the heck? This does not feel like a 150 million HP pool. Good gosh, he's gone. What? Oh, true type advantage. Right. True type advantage units deal damage differently. Crits will deal a little more damage, but true type advantage, because a lot of enemies have, you know, like this guy has 68% damage reduction, right? The best way they could power creep the game is just give the bosses more damage reduction, right? You know, we can keep making our characters hit harder, but we don't have to make the bosses continuously skyrocket with attacks, you know, blasting us away. All right, I mean, we're so close. We're just gonna put him in slot 1 again. Sure, why not? You know, we won't see that inch of a support, but hey, whatever. One more time, take a look at his defense, 569,000. All right, here we go. Dodge away, buddy. Oh no, just the crits are dealing a lot of damage to this guy. All right, interesting. Whatever. His HP pool doesn't seem that, you know, it doesn't feel like 150 million. All right, Janemba took that crispy hit at 80% chance to dodge. Yeah, man. And he could have died if it was the super, so I think he's a solid slot 1. I think he's a very good EZA. Is he the best EZA? Nah, I'm going to give that to Goku and Gohan. And Goku and Gohan, once Gohan's out, he's unstoppable, bro. He's not taking damage. He's not taking damage. He's not taking damage. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Enjoy your night, evening, morning, whatever may be. Peace out, and I will see you guys next time.